Hi everyone, welcome to Brainy Elements. Last video, we discussed about the Avogadro constant. What is Avogadro constant? Today, we are going to discuss the next topic, that is mole. Mole. What is this mole? Now, before start this mole, let me give you a small example. After that, you can know what is this mole is. For example, here I have certain number of books. Okay, I have certain number of books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these are books. These are books. These are books. Okay, here I have drawn 12 books. There is a name given to this 12 set of books. Here, if I take all these 12, if I take all these 12 and if I pack in a box, then what is the name that I can give to that box? I can give the name dozen of books, right? Dozen. I can give the term dozen of books. So if there is one book, then I can say one book. And if there is a collection of books, if there is certain number of books, here there are 12 books. Therefore, if there is 12 set of books that is been together, then what is the name given to that the total 12 books? That is a dozen of books. Likewise, let me take this paper. Now I have a set of paper like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Likewise it goes. Okay. I have a set of papers. Here, this is a paper. A paper. I have a set of papers. Then, if the now what they have now let me take. I have taken set of papers. I have taken 500 sheet of paper. Let me take full scale. Now there is 500 sheet full scale bundle, right, in shops. So if you take this 500 sheet, the bundle of full scale, the half sheet, then what is the name that I can give to the total set? What is the name I can give to the total set? That is weave. If there are 500 sheets of paper, then I can give the term ream. Likewise, in chemistry, if there is a certain number of atoms or molecules, if there is a certain number of atoms or molecules, now there will be so many number of atoms, right? Now, as I said you earlier, now the relative molecular mass of carbon is 12 gram. If I take a 12 gram sample of carbon, then how many atoms will be there? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. You see how many, so now 10 to the power 23 means it's a great value, right? It's a larger value. Therefore, there will be so much number of atoms. Likewise, if I take a certain number of atoms, then I must give a certain the term. I must give a certain term. That term is known as molar mass. The term is known as molar mass. Now when can I say there are the ream of papers? When can I say that there is a ream of paper when there is 500 sheets of paper? Likewise, when can I say there is a dozen of book when there are 12 books? Likewise, to give the term molar mass, then there should be a certain number of atoms, no? Certain number of atoms or certain number of molecules. Then what is the number? That is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms or molecules. Atoms or molecules. Sorry, not the molar mass, mole. Okay. Sorry, not the molar mass, mole. So if there is certain number of atoms or molecule, I must give a certain term for it now. Like ream and like dozen, I must give the term that is mole. So if I need to give the term mole for certain number of atoms, then what should be the number of atoms? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Now, in case of the now, as I said you earlier, if I take 12 grams of carbon, then how many atoms will be there? Avogadro constant, right? That is Avogadro constant. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms will be there. So if now I have taken carbon, I have taken 12 grams of carbon, then in that 12 grams of carbon, how many atoms will be there? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms will be there. So if there is, now I have taken a carbon like this is 12 gram, and it has how many number of atoms? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Then what is the term that I can given? That is a mole. That is a mole. If I take 12 grams of carbon, it will have so much number of atoms. If there is so much number of atoms, then what is the term that I will be given? I am giving the term mole for it. Okay. Likewise, if I take the hydrogen, if I take hydrogen, I am taking 1 gram of hydrogen. Now that is the relative atomic mass, no? Relative atomic mass of hydrogen. I am going to take 1 gram of hydrogen. 1 gram of hydrogen. Then how many atoms will be there? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. No? Then if I take 1 gram of hydrogen, then what is the term that I can give? If I say I have taken a mole of hydrogen, then how many grams of hydrogen I have taken? 1 grams of hydrogen. Okay. I'm going to clean this. Likewise, here, what do you mean by a mole of CO2? Now, a ream of papers mean a ream of papers mean a ream of papers mean it's 500 sheet of paper. Likewise, a dozen of book mean dozen of books mean then there is 12 books. Likewise, if I take a mole of CO2, a mole of CO2, then how many grams of CO2 is there? If I say a mole of CO2, then how many atoms? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Then what is the mass? If I say a mole of CO2, then what is the mass of CO2 that I have taken? That is equal to the relative molecular mass of CO2. Because this is a molecule, no? This is not an atom, right? This is a molecule, no? So if I say I have taken a mole of CO2, then what is the amount of CO2 I have taken? I have taken 44 grams of CO2. Likewise, if I say I have taken a mole of magnesium. If I say I have taken a mole of magnesium, then there will be how many atoms? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. No? So, how many grams I should take to have a mole of gram or a mole of magnesium? That is the relative atomic mass of magnesium. Relative atomic mass of magnesium. What is the relative atomic mass of magnesium? That is 24 grams. So, here, if I take 24 grams of CO2, I'm going to weight it. I'm going to take a scale. I'm going to take a sample of magnesium. I'm going to put that magnesium to that scale. If I take the reading as 24 gram, then there is how many, then what is the term that I can give? A mole of magnesium. Likewise, if I take a mole of chlorine, a mole of chlorine, a mole of chlorine, then how many the grams of chlorine I have taken? That is 35.5 grams. Let me give you some examples. Here, if I say I have taken a mole of ammonia. If I say I have taken a mole of ammonia, what is the relative molecular mass of ammonia? That is 17 grams. It means I have taken 17 grams of ammonia. If I take 17 grams of ammonia, then I can say there is a mole of ammonia. If I take 44 grams of CO2, then I can give the term for that sample, that is a mole of CO2. Okay, that's it. Now, if I say I have taken a mole of SO2, then the molar mass of SO2 is, sorry, the relative molecular mass of SO2 is 64 gram. Then I can say I have taken a mole of SO2, that is 64 grams of SO2. Okay, this is what it is. I hope you understood it. Take it simple. Everything is simple. If you study simply, science is easy if you study simply and then practical. That's it. I hope everyone got it. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. I will reply to your comments. And please like, share, and subscribe to Brainy Elements. Share this with your friends so they also can get good idea on this topic. Thank you.